camera. Reticulating splines. Data checking, making sure everything's live. Chat, do you read me? This is Dr. Sherman coming in live from Site 42. We are broadcasting anomalously. Do you read? All systems go, all systems go. Hello there, chat. This is Dr. Theron Sherman, broadcasting live anomalously from Site 42. Welcome to another, I guess I should say, anomalous broadcast from Site 42. We are checking the chat, making sure all systems are go. Music is going. Can you hear me okay? I've got the air conditioning going because it's kind of hot here at the base today. SCP-457 broke out and, you know, the firefighters are working, but it's a little hot in here today. But that's okay. We're gonna be fine. We are gonna be perfectly fine. No one is crispy fried researcher except for Brian. And he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Don't worry about it. All right. Welcome, everyone. Amber, good to see you. And, of course, thank you for being the first to donate to the GoFundMe to go see the play. I haven't even told the chat what we're doing and why yet. But first, let me pin this in the chat so that people can help us out. What are we doing here today? We are here. First and foremost, Director Ethan, thank you for your first donor to the stream. You can get yourself a pineapple all you like. So, what are we... Amber, Steve is always fine, no matter how much I complain about it. So, opening the stream with the title, There's a Church of the Broken God play? Yes. Yes, there is. Let me tell you about it. As part of the Hollywood Fringe Festival going on in the month of June, there is going to be an SCP Church of the Broken God theater experience at Fringe Festival. Now, if you are new to the channel, then you might not have heard of the previous SCP plays that we filmed. On Site 42's YouTube channel right now, you can go back in the playlists and you can find playlists for SCP Signals and The Showroom, an SCP-3008 Infinite IKEA theater experience. So, the SCP Signal show, which was a trans-dimensional site that had a time loop theme going, and then the Infinite IKEA theater show were both put on by Last Call Theater, a theater troupe down in Los Angeles. And so the first time they did this play, Signals, they contacted me the week before, which I was like, well, I'm in the San Francisco Bay Area, so that doesn't help me very much. But I decided on a whim, you know what? No, we're gonna do it. We're gonna go down and see it. And so I booked a last-minute flight. I flew down to LA. I filmed the entire thing. We put it up on the Site 42 channel. You can watch that right now. Then the second time that they did an SCP theater show, they thankfully contacted me a month in advance. I was like, thank you, that's so much easier. And so what we did is the first time I went by myself, and then we got lucky that friend of the channel, Emotional Entropy, went as Dr. J. Appleby and filmed a second show of SCP Signals. And they gave me their footage so we could upload it to Site 42. So we had 2 showings of their first show. Because they gave me a month's notice for the second show, the Infinite IKEA show, we had time to plan. And we had time to crowdfund. And between the Site 42 community, we successfully crowdfunded for me, Emotional Entropy, and Toad King Studios, aka Dr. Todd King, to all go down together to film the IKEA show. So the 3 of us went down there and we filmed on 3 different phones and we got different angles of the evening. So if you watch the Infinite IKEA episodes here on Site 42 YouTube, then you're getting a situation where you can follow me as I run around the play doing the main mystery, and you can run around with Emotional Entropy as Dr. Appleby runs around and gets all the romantical stuff, and there's like a love triangle thing going on, and absolute chaos. And then we got Dr. Todd King, who I forget what his is, but his had some really weird stuff with a blahage, I think. And so we filmed that show, and it was awesome. And we actually ran into some other SCP people who just happened to live in LA. So that was super cool. This time, it's Church of the Broken God time. Reforged. Let me tell you about it. Reforged. Last Call Theater is back for its third Hollywood Fringe Festival, delving back into the world of the SCP Foundation with Reforged. The machine-worshipping Church of the Broken God stands at a crossroads, following the disappearance of their unifier, Omniseer Robert Bumaro, builder of the Broken God. In the chaos of his disappearance, only one thing stopped the Church's descent into civil war: a supernatural blueprint His Holiness left behind. A path out of the darkness and into a new era of unity. But as the Church sects meet and begin to vie for control of the Church's future, darker forces lurk in the shadows. An ancient cult and a superstitious foundation work to manipulate the blueprint and the Church sects to their own ends. Help your sect choose a new Omniseer, uncover the secrets that lie beneath facades of divinity, and forge a new future for this anomalous faith and the organizations operating in its shadows in this new SCP experience from Last Call Theater. For you are called by the blueprint and anointed with great supernatural destiny. Only you will be able to guide this flock to the light or lead them to the wolf in this immersive SCP experience. So, here's the deal, chat. If you live in LA, well then super cool. You should get tickets because tickets are on sale now. We love Last Call Theater. I love their last two shows. You should go support SCP fans and SCP Theater fans. But if you can't go to LA, because let's face it, not everybody can travel to LA in the month of June. Maybe you're from another country, maybe you're from another state, maybe you just ain't got the time. Then, the link that is currently pinned in our chat will take you to a GoFundMe. And that GoFundMe will take you to Site 42's away team GoFundMe to go film that. With your help funding us, we will be able to go to Los Angeles with our team of 3 again. But this time we're doing something special. We're filming 2 shows, not just one. Why do we need to film 2 shows? Because apparently, I've got this on tap, that there's a secret route that's only available the second time you're there. Super meta. So if we go day 1, we'll do the main show, but then we'll go see the secret stuff on the second night. And that means that you'll get to see the secret stuff on the second night. So, with that in mind, we gotta get down there and do 2 shows. So, that is my opening pitch. I am here in my fabulous Rainbow Lab coat, a master gamer of all kinds, and we are going to get down to Los Angeles and film us a play, but only with the SCP community's help. So we appreciate. Share the GoFundMe, share it with your friends, spread it around, and of course, donate. That way we can go film this thing. Oh, I love theater. It's going to be excellent. Woo! All right. That was quite a pitch. I was feeling parched from my pitch. Let me catch up with the chats. Hello, Sherman. Have you tested that mask yet? Containment Designer A, I'm not testing any masks without very thorough preparation. So, let's just leave it at that. Director Ethan, a pineapple with eyes. Watch me donate all my money at once. Funny. Got a new global occult coalition called Haywire Inc. Any opinions? We don't need a second global occult coalition. We already got one, and they're enough of a pain in my keister that we shouldn't have to deal with them. There's got to be a theater SCP. Well, August, there is the Hanged King's Tragedy, which is the classic example of a theater SCP. And I know there are some, if you look at the story tale series Demasked, that's written in a screenplay format. So that could be kind of like a play or a film, either way. Car Lover, let's get a gamer stream in, come on. So, what you can see right here, this laptop, while it is a decent laptop, it is not strong enough to both game and stream. That's actually why I'm streaming with my phone, because even my phone is more reliable than this laptop for streaming. And that's the only computer I have. So after we're done with the move and all that stuff, I'm hoping to get a gaming rig. That way we can actually do SCP gaming streams, because I think that would be very cool. Paws and Bones. What's the website the tickets on are called? So, the link to the ticket site is also in the GoFundMe that's in the chat. So you can go through the GoFundMe, and I put the link in there for people who want to get tickets. But it's, you're looking for, if you Google Reforged Hollywood Fringe Festival, Hollywood Fringe Festival Reforged, you'll find the website for the tickets. Yes, until Dr. Sherman has a gaming rig for SCP Gaming, you could game with the Desk of Alto Clef on Twitch. It's a perfectly adequate substitute, even wears the same Hawaiian shirts. Axe, I want to see a tie-dye dragon. Get a tie-dye dragon going. That's your mission. GRU Division P, you may not have an Alpha Warhead. Those are ours. We use them for things. Duh. Fab, I'm looking colorful today, sir. Well, we got to keep things bright and cheery when the site's on fire and things are going wrong. You got to keep a positive outlook. I can't go to the June 8th one because that's the day I'm going to a Pride Parade. I'll keep looking. Well, hey, fun fact. I didn't mention this during my earlier pitch for the GoFundMe for the filming, but a certain Site 42 away team will be going to the last weekend of shows for Reforged. I mean, if you just happen to be at the last weekend of Reforged, then that Friday and Saturday, well, you might just run into an SCP researcher or three. I'm just saying. Void, my favorite color is mint green. Actually, that's why it's my channel color. Drink water. What about drink anomalous fluid? Oh yeah, that hits the spot. Thanos Scar Me. Hey, Dr. Sherman, what is your opinion on sarcasm? Sarcasm. They're gooey. I don't like them. if I'm gonna be if I'm taking sides in the Church of the Broken God versus the Sarkic War, I'm definitely choosing the robots rather than the flesh monsters. Not a fan. Kirby is boss. You ever drink from the anomalous coffee machine? Yeah. I mean, when I visit that site, because there's only one of them, so it's not like we have it at Site 42, unfortunately. But, you know, when I go over there, when I'm transferred, when I'm doing a little paperwork, then yeah, I'll do that. Note taker. Oh, you're that dude. Cute videos. Well, I'm glad you have that in your notes. Thank you. Have you seen the second episode of Amazing Digital Circus? I haven't yet, Pancake Dragon. I need to get on that. I need to catch up. Actually, funny. I caught Matt Pat's reaction to the first 10 minutes. But I haven't gone and watched it myself because I've been busy. I don't know if you guys have heard, but Site 42 is being forced to move. Our landlords are selling the house that we rent. So we don't have a place yet. So we are frantically looking for a new house right now. So I haven't been able to get a lot of work done. That's why I've been streaming a lot less often. So I'm trying to keep up and get as much work done as I can in between. But right now it's house hunting, house hunting, house hunting. Ugh. So yeah, once we get that settled and we're moved in and everything, then we'll have a better situation where we can get our gaming rig like I want to do. And all sorts of stuff like that. Sherman, is there a Transformer SCP? And if not, would it be able to get access to make one? So, if you want to make an SCP, you have to sign up for the SCP Wiki. And that is entirely your call. I can't help you with that. But what I can do from my sick Google powers on SkipNet is I can type in Transformers SCP, and it looks like SCP-5984 is a 6.5 meter autonomous organism resembling Optimus Prime from Transformers. So there you go. 5984 is actually Optimus Prime, basically. It was a model of Optimus Prime used to promote Dark of the Moon, and then the Church of Maxwellism got a hold of the model and modified it, and it does things. So, yes, that's at least one Transformer. There you go. You're welcome. Panther Ranger, I apologize. I am not able to critique people's drafts right now. Even normally when I'm not crazy busy with everything I'm doing. There's a lot of Site 42 fam, and if I start critiquing people's drafts for SCPs, I will not be able to make content. So that's something that I just can't do. By rule of I can't do that. I apologize. I enjoy looking at SCPs and reading them, but it's just not something I have the time to do overall. Alright, I explained this once in a while, and I see that Carly is speaking on my behalf. Carly, Queen of Chaos, I see what you're going for here and appreciate it, but let me just lay it down real quick. Anytime you comment in a video or mention in the chat the name Dr. Bright, I completely ignore it. That author avatar was created by an author who has been banned from the SCP Wiki for doing a lot of creepy stuff. And so the entire SCP community is trying to ignore the fact that that character exists. So obviously I can't control the world or what other people do, but on Site 42, that funny Doctor man is not a funny Doctor man. He doesn't exist. I'm the funny Doctor man now. So, not going to be mad about it. Most people don't know. The SCP community is only like 1,000 or 2,000 authors versus, millions of SCP fans. So the news hasn't spread. So don't be upset that you said something bad or anything, because you didn't know. But yeah, I just don't bring him up and I don't answer questions about him because he doesn't exist. Yes, Art of the Foxtherian, thank you. Dr. Shaw is a different, immortal, apathetic doctor that the community is trying to lift up as a replacement for Dr. Bright. So if you hear the name Dr. Elias Shaw, that is the replacement for said Dr. Bright situation. What is my SCP? Well, Void, my favorite SCPs are always listed at the end of the stream, which I believe will be in about either 40 minutes or an hour and 40 minutes, depending on how zesty we're feeling. In fact, I think what we'll do is very simple. That GoFundMe linked in the chat, where it helps us to go film the show, if we reach $1,000 donated by 40 minutes from now, I'll stay on another hour. If we get 1/5 approximately of our goal, then I'll stay for 2 hours tonight instead of 1. I think that's a fair trade. Let me pull that up so you can see it. Boom. So there's our... Can you see the bar there? No, you can't see the bar there. You can see the bar there. We can't see the bar because it's so small, because so few people have donated. But once the bar starts getting bigger, then we'll be talking. Carly, the Queen of Chaos. Okay, it's 3 a.m. I'm going to stay here until the stream is finished. Well then, we'll make sure you don't get any sleep at all, as long as we get enough donos. Giggling Bug. By the way, I did Lufen Mutual for 2 calls and it was incredible. Isn't it? It's so cool. I bet your route was super different than mine. We've been meaning to get back to Lufen Mutual, but this whole moving thing has messed up our whole deal. And so what's going to end up happening is once all the dust settles, then I'm going to get back to Lufen Mutual as well as build the gaming rig. We're doing our best over here. There's just a lot going on. Actually, this play is going on in the middle of some other trips I'm taking for various reasons. And so it is a chaos summer that we're getting into, but we're going to survive. Hell of a fan. The most ignored SCP that we know of is obviously going to be any anti-memetic SCP. If it's anti-memetic, you are automatically ignoring it. Mr. Leopard, I have not played SCP Containment Breach. I have only watched people play SCP Containment Breach. Mostly Markiplier. Tester Requiem. If we make it past the GoFundMe, what does that mean? Do you mean the random thing I just said now, where if we make it to 1,000, I'll stay late? Or did you mean that if we overdo the GoFundMe completely? Like, it's got to raise $5,500 to get me and my staff down there for both shows. And if we raise more than $5,500. If you mean that, I don't expect that to happen. Last time we did one of these, we hit the exact number. And as soon as you hit the goal, that's when people stopped donating. We were going to give half of the money that was extra to Last Call Theater as like a donation to their troupe for doing the show. And then we were going to use the rest in a account for future Site 42 projects, like saving up for this next trip. But literally, like, we reached the goal and then people stopped donating. So it was like, okay, well, I guess that's just not what people are interested in. So I don't have any goals if we stretch past the 5,500, but hey, if we do, I'll come up with something. Carmine, hi, what is your favorite song or favorite genre? So, I'm a dance teacher. I listen to music all the time. Therefore, I can't possibly have a favorite song. There are too many. But my favorite song for singing is called Boston and St. John's by Great Big Sea. It is one of the most beautiful songs I ever heard, and it's right in my voice range, so it sounds real good when I do it karaoke, except there's not karaoke anywhere, so I just sing it. But yeah, that song is probably my favorite song of all time. My favorite genre is songs from Canada. For some reason, all my favorite bands like Great Big Sea, the Saltines, the Bare Naked Ladies are all from Canada. It's weird. Enter the Haggis, Canada. I don't know why Canadian music rocks so hard, but it does. What is your favorite SCP-001 proposal? Now that is not in my list of favorite SCPs, Carly, so that is something I will list right now. My favorite SCP-001 proposal is Lily's proposal. I just think it's really pretty. And so, with that in mind, I am a fan of that. I think it's really, it does a lot for a very short, it packs a lot of feeling in a very short package. So I think that's really cool. Canada also has the third largest navy. All the better to ship their wonderful bands across the water, I guess. Purple Foxy, I'm afraid I'm sorry your friend and you fought, but I'm glad to be here for entertainment purposes. Well, any pick me up in a storm. GRU Division P, Dr. Sherman, what is your favored group of interest? Well, sorry to say it's not the GRU Division P. Oh, no. But probably, I think Shark Punching Center is high up in the rankings because they are always hilarious. Probably Dado, always hilarious. I don't know if Dado is a person of interest or a group of interest or both, but always hilarious when Dado shows up. I even wrote a Dado SCP. It's actually one of my more popular SCPs. Pocket Watch, you do lives? I do lives. I am here to talk to you in the chat. I just saw a question I wanted to answer and it's missing. Hey, what was the first SCP you heard of? Queen Bee, I gotta be honest, I do not even remember how I learned about SCP. I'm not sure. I was using it to put enemies into my D&D campaigns way back in like 2009, 2010 or something. Maybe 2012. But I don't remember where I found it, and so I've always just assumed that I was amnesticized by the Foundation before I came to work here. Or probably it was Markiplier's fault, with Containment Breach playing. Panther Ranger, who would you suggest I go to review my files before I try to publish them? Very good question. If you are writing your own SCP, and you have to get someone to look at your SCP, especially if you've never published one before, you need to get critique. So where do you get critique? Best places to go are to find, first of all, if you become a member of the SCP Wikidot, then you can go to the forums where the critique staff is right there. And the critique staff will look at your articles and tell you what's up. Now, when you're a new author and you come in, you need to go through the green light process first. Because, pardon me, the green light process is where the critique staff looks at your idea and they make sure that your idea is like going to fit as an SCP. If you know what you're doing and talking about and writing, the green light staff will save you a lot of trouble, because a lot of people will write their own SCP without getting it approved. And then the critique staff will be like, you should have greenlit that, because we would have told you that was a bad idea and you shouldn't write about it. Because while it's true that anything can be a good SCP if it's very well written, that's the if it's very well written part that's important. If it's not very well written, you can't get away with a lot. So critique staff is there on the wiki to tell you, hey, that's a good idea, good luck writing it. And then they can keep going from there. Other than that, if you have friends who are writers and who know SCP, that will also help you. You can run it by them if they're good writers. Obviously, just don't ask any random friend. If they don't know how to write, they're not going to be able to help you. We are a writing community, and so you got to have some skill and education in writing. Carmine, when did you start making videos about SCP? So I started making videos about SCP in, I think it was 2018. And I started in 2018 doing SCP readings here on YouTube. I just read the article like a podcast. And then we moved on to live streaming. Then we moved on to the on-camera videos. Things got really crazy when TikTok came around, and that's when we started doing the shorts. And then everything blew up from there. We do a little bit of everything here, including going to film the SCP plays in LA, which is why you should go to the link in the GoFundMe in the chat pin and donate so we can go film the third SCP play, Reforged, a Church of the Broken God story. What would you think of an SCP sitcom where it uses mostly joke SCPs, the British accent one and laugh track ones in particular, and it's called like Super Comical People Against Anomalies? So I've always thought an SCP sitcom would be really funny. There's one right now by a channel called Paper Doll Wizard. And if you go to Paper Doll Wizard on YouTube, they just started a really good, very like 2-minute clips of Paper Doll SCP workplace comedy. And they need much more love. Shout out to Paper Doll Wizard. They just hit 200 subscribers. So they're making What If SCP sitcom, but animated paper dolls. That's very cool. And then you got to go to the SC Peeps, because the SC Peeps are making an animated SCP sitcom called The Offshoots. And The Offshoots is a full animated SCP show, although they've only done their pilot episode, so we're waiting for more from them. But you want to check them out too. You want to check out SC Peeps, and you want to check out Paper Doll Wizard, because they're making excellent SCP sitcom content for when we don't have that much of it right now. But the more the better. Not epic. What would you do in SCP when day breaks? Die. Most of us would die. Let's not be... Unless you happen to know about it in advance or you happen to be in a bunker, if you're just walking across the parking lot to get inside, dead. So that is not going to go very well. One Wolf Girl. Can an SCP also be involved in other fandoms? Example, I want to make an SCP creature and turns that creature into a possible D&D race for fun. So the situation is, unless you're just doing homebrew and it's not official or anything, you're dealing with SCP's Creative Commons rules. And that's going to interact poorly with any other community because all of the D&D stuff is copyrighted. All games are copyrighted unless they're like super indie. So you're going to have a hard time crossing them over because of that. Now, obviously, when it's unofficial, I used SCPs in my D&D campaign for fun, and it didn't bother no one because I didn't do anything in it. But if you're trying to make something official, it's not going to work. Diamond Edits, welcome to the chat. Thank you for being a member. Members have awesome green names and icons, which allow me to see them quicker. Superior Chief, I just recently got one green light on my idea. I'm currently working on my second one. This is definitely hard work. It is hard work. A lot of people don't think about it, but writing a story that entertains people is difficult. It's not easy. So with that in mind, most people just try and write an SCP off the cuff with no idea of what they're getting into, and they run into trouble. So I'm glad you realize that it's a difficult mess you're getting into. And that's how we're going to make sure you get a successful article, by going through the green light process, writing your article, getting critique, and once it feels fine, then you post it. Koenig's Tigerbad, welcome to membership of Site 42, sir. Or madam. Or them. Any of the above. Question, what would happen if SCP-173 looked at itself in a mirror? What would happen? Benjamin, 173 doesn't care about mirrors. And so it would not do anything. This shirt says, keep your classical training. Scenic sickness. PS1 era. I was playing Final Fantasy VII when it was the original. I was playing the original FF7 on multiple discs. Nail, I have no money to donate, but I would love to do an art for you. Well, we appreciate your view, even if you can't donate. That's always we're just here to entertain, and it's extra credit when people can help us donate and reach our big old goals. But in the meantime, every view is ad revenue, and that helps too. So, and yeah, if you do an art, if you're on Twitter, you can tag us at Site42, and we'll check it out there. Dr. Sherman, my most favorite SCP is the Shadow Person, who is named... Okay, Shadow Person, I see that. Hey, I know the guy who wrote Shadow Person. He's actually the main dev on SCP Info Hazard, a game I'm helping to... SCP game that's coming out sometime soon. And so, cool. I'll tell him you said that. Have you read SCP-8000 yet? Last time I asked was the Redacted Store. Diamond Edits, I did read SCP-8000, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. For some reason, there was a meme on Twitter, and I went and did an SCP... I did a Twitter meme about SCP-8000. I forget why. I'm going to my Twitter now to check. Look at yourself. SCP-8000. Search site _ 42. Nope, that's not how search works. Interact. There it is. Ah, yes. It was during the Foghorn Leghorn memes. And so what I did is I took an image of SCP-8000 drawn by the wonderful Zal Cryptid on Twitter, and I replaced the seal of approval with Foghorn Leghorn giving him advice. So that was pretty funny. At least I think so. You hear? You hear, boy? Boy, you got wax in your ears or something? Pancake Dragon. I will have to check out Murder Drones. I hear it's pretty good. And go ahead and get some pancakes. Knock yourself out. What's the saddest SCP or tale you've read? So, one of mine. One of mine that I wrote is actually particularly sad. SCP-2700-EX. That one crushes a lot of people. That might be one you want to check out for sad SCPs if you haven't seen it. That is my most popular SCP that I've written. And then for ones that I didn't write, sad SCPs. Sad SCPs. Let me check my playlists. Because I believe I have a sad SCP playlist of a bunch of sad SCP articles. Skip, Sigh. 7-3, SCPs by Dado. Ship in a Bottle. Site 42. Don't I have a long SCPs? Huh. I don't have a sad SCPs playlist. I'm in shock. I would have thought I did. Okay, well, if that's the case, then... I can't think of any other sad SCPs right now. I'll have to think on that one. Oh, where was it? I just saw... One Wolf Girl. Very rarely do I get to see YouTube tags just because there's so many. And so I like silence the notifications, but I'll poke it once in a while and see what's going on in there. But it's less common. Worst comes to worst, you can send it to my business email. Wowie Zowie. Dr. Sherman. Is it actually you voicing on the SCP-049 Wikipedia page? You know, the interview with the anomaly? Also, what's your opinion on SCP-066? Yes, that is me. The reason that character is named Dr. Theron Sherman is because I was asked to do the voice for it, and as a thank you, they named the character after my wiki username, The Sherm. So The Sherm became Theron Sherman. And then, once that existed, I picked it up and used it for my username everywhere. So, that's actually the first appearance of Dr. Theron Sherman, and yes, I did the voice of that one. Along with Volgan doing 049, and was it Sumerian or Taylor Itkin? I'm not sure. Is there an SCP? Oh, God, Amber. Desk, of course, Here Were Dragons. Obviously, Here Were Dragons is a sad, sad one. Duh. Sherman. Jeez. Get it together, my dude. Wire on a Bird. Is there an SCP that is the equivalent of a YouTube commenter, as in an SCP that blends in using the anonymity that comes with being online to do whatever its main goal or purpose is? So I know a couple SCPs in this vein. So, Google. So SCP YouTube comment. See, the problem is this is one of the things where once you go into... You can't Google SCP YouTube because you'll actually get stuff from SCP YouTube. So it's hard to find stuff like that otherwise. But I do know a good one is Hog Slice. Hog Slice is a good YouTube-related SCP. Because Hog Slice, otherwise known as SCP-6599, it's not just YouTube. Hog Slice comments on websites all over the place. And if you get in an argument online with Hog Slice, he will automatically appear next to you and beat you up. And he only texts in all caps, very angrily. Hog Slice isn't a hilarious SCP entity. Everyone should fear Hog Slice. Diamond Edits. You always say your favorite SCPs at the end of stream, but what's your favorite Foundation staff and or SCP tale? So, interesting question. For tales, I would say probably the follow-ups to SCP-3999 that are about the relationship between Draven Kondraki and Researcher Talaran are definitely, like, heartbreakingly sad, some of them. There's some sad stuff for you. Oh my gosh. Those are some very sad tales. And hallelujah, amen for that. They are good. And then I'll always have a soft spot for In His Own Image, which is a tale series about Dr. Gears. And that's also a sad one. Now all the sad ones come to me. Meanwhile, for researcher staff, I would say, obviously, Clef is king. Clef is amazing. I'm not counting Dr. Sherman, because obviously, I'm a big fan. I enjoy Kondraki stories. Duke Till Dawn is silly, but I like Looney Tunes stuff like that. Dr. Sumerian has a lot of good stories, mostly because Sumerian, the author, writes so many of them and does good work. Can you rate tacos on a scale of 1 to 10? All right, this is the discourse everyone's been waiting for. First of all, crunchy tacos, Supremes from Taco Bell, king shit. No one looks down on those for a reason. They are delightful. Doesn't matter how many little chip cracks you get when they stab you in the throat on the way down. Always good. People cannot deny that the Crunchy Taco Supreme from Taco Bell is some king stuff. But, of course, it's fast food and it doesn't count as real tacos. It's like fast food tacos. So let's talk about the real thing now. The thing is, when you're going to rank tacos, you're usually going to mom and pop shops because that's where you get the good stuff. There's a great taco place right across the street from my work. Oh, the birria. Oh, it's so good. It's always so drippy. Man, oh man. But of course, it's a mom and pop shop. I can't really tell you much about them. I don't know if you're from my area, so you probably don't know the tacos I'm talking about. And one more thing. Since I'm not from there anymore, and I cannot now not dox myself, I'm from Tampa, Florida originally. And in Tampa, people who know Tampa will back me up on this. There used to be a spot called Mima's Alaskan Tacos. And Mima's Alaskan Tacos were the effing tacos that you get after you come out of the clubs at 3 in the morning. Oh my God, the fish tacos. Ah. And they closed a couple years ago, and it was heartbreaking for all of us. We couldn't handle it, man. They took away our Mimas. They took away our Mimas. So, because it no longer exists, therefore nothing can ever top it, Mima's Alaskan Tacos. I don't know why they were Alaskan tacos. I can't answer that. I haven't a clue. But they were damn good. Moondrop. Do you hate gay people, rainbow people? I'm wearing a rainbow. What do you think the odds are? I think the odds are that gay people are pretty dope. Approve of the gays. And the theys. And the transes. All tip-top shape. Fox CEIC. How does one become an SCP Doctor exactly? Just call yourself a doctor until people believe you, or is there a registration type-ish thing? So, you just call yourself one until it sticks. But for real, what happens on the SCP Wiki is that you write stories about SCPs, and then you just stick your little doctor guy in there. He's doing the research on that article. And then later on, you write another SCP. Oh, this little doctor guy is there too. You just put him in a couple articles. You pepper him in there. And then maybe you start giving him some personality. You start working it in. The way I did it, where an author made the person for me, and then I took it from there, is very unusual. But I was able to brute force it because of my YouTube and TikTok platforms. So I kind of got to cheat that way. I've been wanting to ask you this. Would the object shows in the OSC be contained by the SCP Foundation? Like BFDI... Purple Foxy, I'm glad I made your night and or year by noticing you. That's super cool, but I do not know any of the shorthand you're using here, so I cannot answer your question. I apologize. Superior Chief, Dr. Sherman, was there ever an instance where a researcher became an SCP? I plan on writing something like that in the future. It has happened before. Now, I can't name one off the top of my head. So, with that in mind, I'm sorry I can't help you out any further, but you can do your research on it, because I know SCPs have become anomalous. One SCP that I can. SCP Soap Opera? It's in the 3000 series. SCP Wedding, Romantic, ooh, the one I'm thinking of is a sad SCP too. We're keeping that going. I just gotta frickin' find it. Alright, I know how to find this. I just need to go to YouTube Studio. And in my YouTube Studio dashboard, I need to go to my contents. And in my videos, I have to search the name of a wonderful voice actress. What? What do you mean no videos? Don't you lie to me. Playlists. How dare you lie to me? Playlist, show more. Show them all. I'm trying to find a sad SCP. A sad SCP that I know about. That also has SCP researchers becoming anomalous. And it doesn't go well for them. Doesn't go well for them. Videos. Oh, come on! Oh, that's why I messed up. No, studio's still not helping me. Rude. Rude, YouTube Studio. How dare you? I will find this frickin' article. And let me look at the fundraiser for Carly's information. Nope, it does not look like we reached our goal. So it does not look like we are staying late tonight, fam. Getting off work early tonight. Sweet. I mean, damn. I mean, both. SCPs. It's not a wedding ceremony. The researchers have an anomalous relationship, maybe. Got it! Got it! Ha! It's called SCP-3080, The Power of Love. SCP-3080 is the story of when two researchers who are married. They were formerly Foundation-employed researchers who declared a consensual romantic and sexual relationship with Site Blank Human Resources in 2014 and later married on 2015, shortly before the designation of SCP-3080. When separated for extended periods of time, -1 and -2 become increasingly desperate to interact with each other and exhibited anomalous strength and endurance when attempting to reunite. After 3080-1 and 2 declared their relationship, any person who spent a significant amount of time interacting with the one or the two of them exhibited consistent changes in mood and personality, where they fell in love with one of the two and got super jealous and tried to break them up. And it's a really good story. I know we have a video of it. SCP-3080. Yeah, okay. Go check out SCP-3080 on Site42 YouTube, because we have an audio recording of when two people who were Foundation researchers became a anomaly and its tragic end. So, enjoy that on your way out of the stream, since we are now ending. And of course, at the end of every stream, we... Sheriff Buford D. Justice. Hey Sherman, what's that document behind you on the computer? That, my friends, is the GoFundMe for the Church of the Broken God play that we're trying to go film. But we need your help to get our away team down there. So this link in the chat that is pinned, go there and donate to the GoFundMe. That way, we can go down and film this play, because we can't, unless you can go to LA to see it, most of the world isn't going to get to see the play. But if you help us go film it, we'll go film it, then everyone will see it. So, with that on mind, at the end of every stream, we say, my favorite SCPs. Now, these are not the SCPs I wrote, because that would be cheating. It would be cheating. My SCPs are like my babies. But, if you want to see my SCPs, as well as all of the SCP support for Site42 things you can do, like Patreon or becoming a channel member, you can do that at beacons.ai/Site42. That is our support page. It has my SCP author page in it, and you can check that out, as well as support Site42 in all sorts of ways. We appreciate every bit of it. Then, my favorite SCPs are, in no... Boston, one second, got distracted. I am undistracted. My favorite SCPs in no particular order are SCP-3999, SCP-3043, SCP-008-J, SCP-Spooky-J, SCP-5175, SCP-5031, and SCP-5320. I'll say it one more time. SCP-3999, SCP-3043, SCP-008-J, SCP-Spooky-J, SCP-5175, SCP-5031, SCP-5320. This has been Dr. Theron Sherman, broadcasting anomalously from Site-42. Make sure you donate to our Church of the Broken God Play GoFundMe so we can go film this and bring it to you. We appreciate your support greatly, as always. If you can't donate, share the stream, share the video, share the GoFundMe. Make sure you spread it around. The more the merrier. And I will see you guys in the next video. Girl, don't tell me that it's morning. Can we keep the curtains drawn? I haven't given you fair warning, but our ship, she sails at dawn. And it's true I must be going, but I swear I won't be long. There isn't that much ocean between Boston and St. John's. But I'm a rover and I'm bound to sail away. I'm a rover, can you love me anyway?